am Matthew Shimalo. Welcome to Money Masterclass, where we teach you to make, manage, and multiply money. You know, many people do not know why they remain poor. And we've got to address the subject because the majority of the community seem to grapple with the battle of poverty. Today we look at 15 things that keep the poor poor. Now, we could go through 1001. There are several, but today we segment 15 things that keep the poor poor, and we look at these 15. They are oftentimes the ones that are not even observed, but they are very key to breaking out of poverty into the realms of good income. You see, the poor make money, but they have a habit that makes them not to keep the money they made. In fact, if some people check their life, they'll find that over the period they've made probably £1 million, but it has frittered through their hands over a period. So let's look at these 15 things that make the poor poor. Number one, they don't know how to be tax efficient when starting a business. So here's a poor person. He decided, I heard that business is a way to make money. They start a business, but they don't realize that when you have a business, it can help you to cut down the amount of tax you pay. What do I mean? Business should only pay tax on what is left after all expenses. In other words, when a man has a business, so many things become expenses. His car is an expense, his travel is an expense. So by the time he now pays for all that, it is what remains that he pays tax on. But when you are not a business person who is serving in this area, you pay tax first, you pay tax on everything. And so many people remain poor because they do not know how to manage the money that have come into their hand. There is a crime when you evade tax, but there is wisdom when you avoid wasting money on the tax you shouldn't pay. Number two reason why the poor remain poor is that they don't know that making money is about problem solving and creating systems, not working hard. Look out through your window. From 6 in the morning, 5 in the morning, people will hit the road. They think it's about working hard. They tell you, I work so hard. I'm a hard worker. But it's not about that. What really brings wealth is the problem you solve, the system you created. Facebook is a system. Very basic, simple system that eventually got expanded. Microsoft is a software system. Very basic, eventually expanded. Amazon is a system, very basic, eventually expanded. So these systems become so automated that the owner, whether he is sleeping, the thing is making money, or when he's eating. But the poor don't think that way. They think money comes in the hardness of the work. They don't know it comes in smartness. Number three, they don't know how to make money passively. They only know how to make money actively. What is passive money? That is money while you are sleeping, money while you are eating, money while you are resting. Say, for example, you took £500 out of your money, you put it and bought shares. So while you are not committed and involved in what is happening with the company, the shares is making money for you. That's passive money. Make money to become a machine. Don't become the money machine yourself. You see, with the poor, they see themselves as the money machine. With the wealthy, they see the money as the machine that should go make money for them. They make money passively. I will expand more on this. Number four, the poor don't realize that the same effort it takes to make £50,000 is the same effort it will require to make £50 million. You say, what are you talking about? Yeah. You just need to know how to create systems. The people who make £50 million have found that once they create the system, The effort it took them was the same effort it took the man who created 50,000 pounds. So listen to me today. You have to realize that it isn't the effort that multiplies. It is the smartness, the creativity. Number 5, the poor have ideas which they never execute. It's always at the back of their mind. They are always looking for the right time. You see, ideas are only worth the money they make. Execution is the power of an idea. The greater the execution, the greater the money it makes, the greater the result. Ability to execute at high level for an extended time is also what multiplies the idea. Some couple of friends wanting to watch a video of Janet Jackson during an NFL game couldn't find the video. They decided to create a platform where any video you wanted to watch, you found it. That's how YouTube was created. Just a simple idea. In fact, it was so simple, they tried to sell it for $5 million, I believe, to Microsoft, and they were laughed at. Today, YouTube is the biggest platform of videos. They have videos so that the amount of video watched on YouTube in one day is more than the total lifetime of the history of man as far as we know man. Just one day video from a simple idea. So many poor people have ideas, but they never execute. They never make happen. Number 6, the poor people focus on cutting down cost instead of focusing on increasing income. So they think, oh my God, if I'm a penny saver, yeah, I teach on you being lean and mean with your money. But at the same time, you need to be smart. So they are busy cutting costs. They are busy using the same tea bag 7 times, 10 times. That is not how you multiply money. And that's why many have made a statement which they think is an awesome statement, but it's not totally true. They say a penny saved. But listen, a penny saved is still a penny. It will not multiply to be more than a penny. The return on your time is a waste when you waste time saving pennies. The best thing is to create value for yourself and increase the value of your time. Number 7, the poor don't know that the money you make passively is worth more than the one you make actively. For example, if I am employed and my salary is $1,000 a week, and whereas without me doing anything, a passive income comes from a system I've created or an investment I've made of $100 a week. You see, that $100 effortless income is more powerful, is worth more than the one that exerted 8 hours every day from me. So what are we trying to say? Many poor people don't realize that the wealthy they are looking at do not make their wealth from just one big jump somewhere, but from passive things. They'll see a wealthy man playing golf. They do not know that all his monies that he made during his active days, he has put in various investment places. So that while he is resting or playing or eating or hanging out, his money is multiplying by a compounded propulsion. Number 8, they don't know how to commit over 50% of income to investments. Listen, in your early years and in the continuity of your years, you've got to learn how to spend 50% of your money in investments and not in, I must buy this, I must buy that. Passive income should be double of your lifestyle income. passive income should be double of your lifestyle income. What does that mean? My lifestyle income, if, for example, I spend $200 a week or 200 pounds a week on my lifestyle, my feeding, my drinking, my etc., my passive income needs to double that. That way, that passive income can now go into investment. And I am not waiting for a pension somewhere. Let me repeat this one again. Make 50% of everything that comes into your hand. Deny yourself. Turn it to an investment. Number 9. Poor people don't know how to commit over 50% of income to investments. Passive income should be double of lifestyle income. Then number 9, the poor do not realize that 1 million a year is not a big deal. You say, what are you saying? Do you know what it means to put together $1 million? It's just a matter of zeros. $1 million is just a matter of zeros. All you need to do is ask yourself, what are the passive incomes I can make? How can I make it? Sit down, write 20 passive things you can do. And you'll be amazed that instead of you waiting on your employer, if you are employed, there are passive incomes you could have been making and you did not take note of. And before you realize, you will be making $1 million. One of these days we'll expand on more on this. Number 10, the poor do not realize that wealth is built step by step, not by a sudden jump, not striking it rich suddenly. Listen, my friend, rich people don't play lottery. I repeat, rich people don't play lottery, they don't play the pools, they don't gamble. Go and check, 85 to 90% of those who win big money at the lottery lose it a couple of years down the road. And most of them, in fact, end up worse. A particular lady made $125 million, an immigrant into the United States of America. But she had not dealt with probably her own self-esteem and many other issues. It was the days of President Clinton. She began to be a major sponsor of the Democratic Party. They gave her all the accolades. A couple of years down the road, she lost all the money and ended filing for bankruptcy. Because the poor do not realize wealth don't come by a big jump. While recording this, I'm in Africa, and one of the songs blaring on their radio is screaming, I want to be a billionaire. I want to be a billionaire. The video backing that music is the girl playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and suddenly winning. But you see, if that's the way it came, that's the way it will go. Number 11. The poor borrow money that does not go towards making more. When poor people borrow money, they borrow to buy furniture. They borrow to go on holiday. When poor people borrow money, they borrow for clothing. In the United Kingdom, we have systems where you can buy now, pay later. Clothing, furniture. So before the furniture is totally, before the money is totally paid, the furniture is gone. It's broken. The clothes are gone. I've been in that place before. We used to buy furniture for our house. I remember buying nice furniture so our house can look good, so anyone who comes will feel that yes, these people have a nice furniture. It cost me £3,500 that time. I'm talking about 27 to 30 years ago. Imagine if it was a deposit on a house. And my kids were very young. They used to jump on the furniture trying to imitate a particular kid on TV who was called Wild Boy. Or sometimes they would try to act He-Man and the Legend of Greystoke. The furnitures were destroyed within 12 months to 18 months. and I have to keep paying because I had signed to pay for 3 years. I didn't know all that I'm teaching today, that you don't lease that kind of furniture. So the poor love to buy that. Number 12. Poor people do not know that earning is tied to the value of your tool. Earning is tied to the value of your tool. A poor person will celebrate owning an iPhone 11, but they will not consider it as a tool for being an influencer. They will not consider it as a tool for producing videos on probably TikTok and teaching for a period something probably nobody else knows and only you know. Some of them do not realize that their iPad can become a tool for coding, for SEO. They do not realize that they can use what is in their hand to become the tool for breaking out of the cycle of lack into the cycle of abundance. Do you know that there are people who have become wealthy just using their phone or their iPad? That's all they needed. So poor people don't know how to earn using their tool, their phone, their social media. So don't buy a phone for mere calls. Monetize what you have. Some people don't even know that they have great fingers and can become a modeling thing. Great eyes and become an instrument of modeling. A voice modulation that can become a broadcast voice. And you didn't realize, you didn't package it, you didn't market it. Have you ever watched the film Coming to America? The biggest reason they have a black gentleman on that film called James Earl Jones is because of his voice. Or in one of those Star Trek films, the Dark Vader, you hear James Earl Jones' voice again because of his unique voice. He doesn't have many things. That's his tool. What's your tool? Number 14. The wealthy hire the best professionals to make them rich. The poor hire anyone available. When the poor have a court matter, they are looking for a friend who finished law school even if he didn't finish well. When the poor have a toothache, they are looking for a dentistry student who is their neighbor. They say, look, just pull the thing out, even if it damages their mouth for the rest of their life. The wealthy hire the best professionals to make them rich, to argue their case, to put their matter together, to teach them how to manage their finances. When you hire cheap, you pay. When you pay cheap, you hire monkeys. When you pay cheap, you hire monkeys. Number 15, the wealthy think of multiple streams of income. The poor can only think of one source. God created a man called Adam. From him we all come out. How come the God who spoke this universe into existence would put 4 rivers in the garden for Adam? And each river meaning a different sphere of wealth. One means a flowing stream of, the second one means rapid like an arrow. The third one means breaking forth. So you need an income that is a flowing stream every day, salary. Then you need one that it doesn't come all the time, but when it shoots, it's rapid like an arrow. You need an income which, when it comes, it is a massive breakthrough. The reason many jam the roads 5 a.m. And it's incredible. I travel around the world. I've been to several nations of the earth. Same rat race in Europe, in America, in Africa, in Asia, in the Middle East. Everywhere, same rat race. Standing by the window of my beautiful hotel, the Versace Hotel in Dubai, I looked out by 5, 6 a.m. The roads are already jammed by people who are rushing to work. I was in Washington. I needed to catch a flight to Toronto. I was told, your flight is 9 a.m. You need to leave your hotel 4:30 in the morning. Jeez, man. For a 9 a.m. flight, even in America, because all the roads will be jammed. Why? The wealthy think multiple streams. The poor can only think of one source. I hope today's teaching has helped you. These are some of the things that keep the poor poor. Break out of it. Be the best you can be. You need to know more about making, managing, multiply money. Please don't just watch our video. Like it, subscribe, invite your friends to be part of the Money Master Class. Invite them. And look out for those of you who live in Africa. We're thinking of creating a platform for you so that you can have a paid seminar, which may not be the same amount as we pay in Europe. God bless you.